Hey guys, welcome back to Fairway Media's coverage of the 2023 Doug Newland Memorial Doubles Champion on the Rhododendron course at the Washington State doubles side of things. We'll be going back to the Condoluci versus the Ahrens brothers matchup for the back nine, starting on hole 13. This is the new course added to the Fort Steilacoom property, the Ahrens Bros versus OG and the Remix. Hole 13, par 3, 357. Hole. Basically, you just want to throw a shot that bends around the trees and skips to the basket. It's probably a little less than 357, probably 257. Basically, just trying to throw something stable. It is 357. We're trying to throw something dead straight, just like Tyler did there, and skip under the tree over here.
Yeah, you're trying to just throw something straight, get right underneath those trees, into the pine straw, skip it up to the basket.
Tough hole, very low ceiling at the end. Once you get past those branches, it's another 60 feet, so you really need to get your disc under the branches and skipping to get to the basket.
You need a hyzer that continues to push, kind of like what
Gosh,
looks like
that looks
Carter's
so
throwing
good.
here.
Carter's so hot.
That is played right under the basket. The other shot that you can throw is a little bit of a flex that has
Look at
enough
this
juice.
guy. This guy looks pretty hot right now. Wow. Safari flap and all, just dead center of the basket.
Conversion on a birdie there. Actually, I think that was a par.
Whoever that was, great putt.
Here we got Mattieo Sr. The rain's really coming down. He doesn't seem to mind. Can this shot drift enough? That's going to be obstructed down there.
Yeah, not far enough.
He's going to have something, but it's going to be pretty tricky.
Here's Junior trying to put it a little bit to the right of what his father did there.
These guys really don't seem to mind this rain.
Ooh, little higher. Maybe he gets lucky. Let's see.
Is the pace right? Little deep. That's going to be tough.
Oh.
Looks like they're taking Senior's shot, or
Yeah,
is
they
this...
got a good spot for Senior's position here.
Oh, just off the cage. Can't quite get his legs engaged to get enough height on that. Let's see if Senior can do a little bit more. He's trying to get those knees bent, get a good swing.
Oh, wow.
Same result.
Both of them just barely off the cage.
That's a tough break.
Carter just parks it. Easy tap in for Tyler.
And Mateo cleans up. Easy par. Ahrens are pleased with their birdie. Mateo's, I'm sure, would like that one back. Here we have hole 14, par 3, 259 feet. I don't think many players will take this inside gap that the drone's going down. It's a pretty easy hyzer with something stable off to the right. You might see some people throw that line. Here we see the hyzer.
It looks like Tyler threw it. We're still zooming in.
Doesn't seem to mind it. I'm going to guess that's somewhere around circle's edge, judging by the look on his face.
Yeah, he wasn't mad.
No, here, Carter, I'm sure, is going to try to have a big smile ear to ear after he parks this. This is a pretty simple shot. You really want to get this one.
That's the one mistake you can catch, is hitting those branches that are tight on the right side. Tyler's probably closer. Pretty straightforward hole. You're just trying to throw something to the right and have it come back to the right or left.
What'd you throw here, Trevor?
Cayman. If you go too fast, like a Firebird, it might skip too far left, so...
Yeah, I threw Draco and it wasn't great. This is a nice shot from Mateo Jr.
That looks like a fairway driver. He kept it slow, though. Threw it smooth. Great shot.
Good swing. Nice little roll off the tree. Let's see if his dad can improve on that. Here we go. A nice, smooth shot. Like the angle.
Perfect shot. Come on!
Oh! Almost
That was close.
in. Easy conversion. They'll have options for both of those shots.
It looks like Tyler's shot wasn't great. Pretty straightforward hole. Tyler and Carter are a little bit too far away for such a short hole in doubles.
Here's Tyler. Gonna try to give it a bid. Carter's laying close. Just catches that tree. Hard to say what it would have done without that, but tough to keep it under that. Here we've got the younger Mateo. Nice little swing. Easy putt for him.
Good birdie there.
We'll clean up from the Ahrens brothers on to hole 15.
Hole 15, par 3, 320 feet. There's one tree right in the middle. You're trying to go left or right of it, and then the basket's just tucked in between a grove of trees. The play, if you're trying to throw a forehand, is come down this left side where the drone is going and then skip into the grove of trees. You're going to hit a tree or hit near the basket. Pretty straightforward shot. Or if you're going backhand, you have the left or right side to go.
I think that right side's kind of a sucker's gap, I gotta say.
Yeah, it's very far out. The gap that you're trying to hit is maybe 250 off the tee, so it's tough to hit backhand or forehand. So the left side, a bigger gap, is generally more safe to take.
Yeah, I got suckered into the right side gap, and I think it's a bit tougher. We have Mattieo Jr. with a nice shot there, puts it in the circle, maybe 20 feet away. His father's going to drift out a bit further. That's probably just outside the circle, maybe circle's edge.
Yeah, Tyler's going the left side with his forehand. Just getting a little bit too Annie on it, a little too left and low.
Yeah.
Carter will try to improve.
It looks like he's going back to that putter he's been throwing this round. Going to look for a little nose up. Nice turn.
Might be a little tight, but great reaction off the tree. At least they'll have a putt after
That's
that
a
shot.
look. Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Great result after that shot.
Maybe 30 feet, just a little inside. Off the top. Tough miss. He's going to want that one back. Oh, this must be outside the circle.
Just.
Tyler's going to try to give it a jump putt bid. We've got a high-low miss here from the Ahrens brothers. Let's see if the OG and the remix can get themselves a birdie. Nice conversion. No need for a second putt. Mattieo Sr. cashes in. They're going to pick up a stroke here on the Ahrens brothers. Carter taps it out. A little bit disappointed, I'm sure, with the par, but they're getting plenty of birdies this round, and there's more to go. Here we've got hole 16. This is a fun one. Par 3, 309 feet. This hole plays as an island. You can see that on the graphic that you can lay up short of the island and then chip onto it, or you can go for the green. The ideal play is you're trying to throw it about 270 feet to just crest that hill onto the island, catch ground early, and slide up to the basket. You can see that the basket is closer to the back edge than it is to the front. Here we've got Mattieo Sr. This might be a little bit low. Climbs over, but I think that is short of the line.
Yeah, just barely in the hazard area. Extremely stuffed shot off this tee.
You've got to make it to that flat area inside of the bowl. We've got more height here, but that brings in these branches. And Mattieo Jr. is not going to make it there either.
Put it that high and it's going to hit the limbs. You have to keep it low off the tee here.
Carter's going to try and go smooth putter, a little bit of flip up. You don't want a lot of action on this shot. You want it to fly very straight.
Low and straight. This looks perfect.
I really like this swing from Carter. Can it slow down in time? That is just out of bounds. Ah.
Wow.
Tough break for Carter. Really beautiful shot, but can't quite get the speed right. And Tyler is not going to convert, but this might be short of the line to give them an easy
Yeah,
look
that is
for
very
par.
fortunate if they're inbounds. It looks like they are.
They
very
might give
fortunate.
one of these a bid. That might be the thinking instead of taking the one that's out of bounds long.
Yeah.
This looks to be
Easy tap in.
Yeah.
Tyler's going to have a chance here to put it in.
Tyler's also going to go putter, but take a step into it. Nice bend to it. Not quite
Just
enough.
Not enough.
Right at our cameraman here. Nice looking disc. Little Eye of Sauron on there. Here we've got Mattieo Jr. in the hazard.
For
this
par.
is putting for par.
Ooh. It looks like, oh, at least they're still in bounds there.
Free
The out of
rein.
bounds is very close to the basket behind it, maybe 15 feet, so it's very scary to be making this putt. Maybe not as much as doubles, but singles, you might be laying this up.
Really nice make for par. I think you're right, Trevor. That's tricky.
Huge
You're
putt.
elevated above the basket, which is always going to make your disc sail a little bit more.
You're
And you
40
miss.
feet away from the basket, 15 feet OB behind the basket. Huge putt from Mattieo Sr. That's a huge make from them to save par.
And they ensure that they do not lose a stroke to the Ahrens brothers on this hole, most importantly.
Yeah, only one back. Many holes to go. Hole 17, par 3, 370 feet. This is a low ceiling the entire way. You're either trying to hit this gap that the drone is flying with a stand-up hyzer, or there is another hyzer skipping route that you can take to the right of the gap that we hit. Tough line to hit. There is an OB sand bunker, or a hazard sand bunker right behind the basket that you can see there. Tough hole. You have to keep it low and skipping the entire way.
I like this hole. It really demands two specific shots to get there. This is the inside line. A little bit wide. And we'll see what the junior tries.
He looks like he's trying the inside line. Oh, just catches the many trees that you have to miss. Very tough hole.
What do you like better here? Trying to test that Mando on the inside or swing the hyzer out wide?
I don't know yet. I have played this hole too many times and it's still very difficult. Tyler also having a trouble with it. It's a very difficult hole. Let's see what Carter does.
I think the wide hyzer has got to be the safer play. This looks maybe up the middle. Nice put forward
Ooh,
skip.
great shot from Carter.
Beautiful. I think
That's all you can ask for.
I think that's the much more rewarding shot, to try to push that gap up the middle, get the flip up, push it up there. When you're playing it wide, you're playing basically for a 35-footer. Oh,
wow.
Mateo Jr. loves it.
What a great step putt.
His dad loves it.
Huge putt.
Little love off the band there. Point between the father and the son. Let's get a replay. Oh, and he knows it immediately.
He's dead center.
Trying
That
to
is
play it
clutch.
off, keep his emotions in check, but you know he loves that one. Carter with a nice conversion.
Just an easy putt, 20 feet.
No action either way on the card. Both teams carding a birdie. And we are on to the very difficult 18. This is a really technical par 4. I think the play off the tee is a cut roller to the right side to try to roll up the hill and bend yourself around to this left side where it's more open and you can approach. The green is very tricky. There's 2 bunkers right on the green. You're trying to stay out of those. Those both play OB. The tree line and the height really makes it difficult to chew off very much distance off the tee without trying to get something on the ground. Mateo Sr. is going for that cut roller. Little unlucky off the tree. I think that was an okay angle if he could have stayed
that was
clean.
looking good. Basically a mandatory roller off this hole. The branches are so low on this hole. Any air shot, you have to go either extremely wide to the right or just go roller and get it as far as you can.
If this holds cut, I think it's great.
Yeah, that was great. Oh, I must have caught a tree back there, but still really good.
That's still nice. He got enough off of that he's going to be looking at an okay position.
Getting a 3 on this hole is extremely difficult. Or a 2, I mean. 3 is what you want in doubles.
I think that after a little bit more play as this hole opens up, it'll be a really fun technical par 4.
Yeah, you can see those branches touching the ground there. Like, the branches are so low that there's nothing really to do except for a roller and just hopefully miss everything.
And Tyler's really in a good spot. They're going to be able to throw easy hyzer from there if they want it.
Yeah, getting the left side is great.
Here we got Carter. He is also going roller, but he's climbing up the fairway faster than everyone else.
That looks very good.
If this can stand up at all...
It hit something.
Too overstated.
Oh, yeah. You can hear them say it hit something on its way. But you can see here, this gives you a pretty open shot. Little bit of ceiling to deal with on the right. Bunker on the right and long. He's going to try to make sure this has enough stability. Is the speed right? That looks to be in the bunker.
Yeah, it looks like to hopped in the hazard bunker. Tyler's got a tough shot here. Just trying to play it safe. Looks perfect. Didn't put as much gas on it.
That's really nice
Great
to
checkup.
keep it on that edge. A little more technical. The Matteos have to go over this first bunker that you can see the ridge of. Can he make it clean?
Wow.
That's really nicely
There's
done.
maybe
That's
6
almost
feet
equal.
between bunkers, so it's such a hard upshot from where they are.
Yeah, I mean, Mateo Jr. can really do whatever he wants here. That was such a nice shot by his dad. It's fully open.
Going for it. Just didn't get enough.
I wanted your forehand.
That's a far
Forehand
jump, but
burgalicious.
especially
It
for the
is.
straddle like
Yeah.
that, trying to just work those levers from 100 feet.
Really brought it low for that.
Yeah. Give a shout out here in the background. James Melnick and Daniel Glass have a new disc golf shop back there. Check them out. Flex line discs. Carter with a nice birdie. You can see that if you're able to execute off the tee, you're really just trying to clean up. The upshot is much more difficult than the drive as long as you get your disc on the ground. Flex line discs. Shout out to the homies. Here we got course hole 1, par 3, 326 feet. This hole, you are just looking to throw a pretty straight shot that finishes with some nice stability. You can see the ground bends off down to the left. You want to use that to your advantage to skip your disc towards the basket. If you're throwing slightly understable, you want to take an earlier gap and skip straight. If you're throwing overstable, you want to push it about pin high and let that skip just push you straight towards the basket. It's very easy to go long down the hill. It's very easy to baby it and stay up on the hill. This is a tough hole to park. Let's see what our lead card can do. That's going to be a little bit down the hill short, but should have a putt. Mateo Jr. This looks a little better to my eye.
Maybe circle's edge. That's a good shot on this hole.
I like having the hyzer that comes back against the hill as well instead of pushing away from it.
A little too much hyzer here from Tyler. That's got a chance of going OB.
Yeah, maybe
Depends where I
just-
roll to.
Maybe overstable. Good point, Trevor, on the OB that is short and left.
It only comes into play if you have a bad shot. It's kind of an insult to injury kind of OB there.
That is definitely true. Carter with a nice move. Might land right behind Mateo Sr.
Yeah, they're like 40 feet. Not a bad shot, just a tough putt coming downhill. But in doubles, you know, you have nothing to worry about. You just got to make your normal putt right at the basket.
Yeah, and I like this angle being long so that if you miss hyzer, you're coming into the hillside instead of away from it. Doesn't matter. Carter right on the pole.
Great putt from Carter.
Moving on to the next hole. Where are you trying to aim on these holes, Trevor? When you're putting a little bit downhill, do you like to aim lower? Do you change your aim point at all?
I just go dead center. Downhill, the hill is going to bring your putter down. It's going to gain speed. I don't think you're going to get any right to left action, so you might as well just be aiming right dead center.
That's a good call. We see exactly
Both
what
of
you're
them.
talking about. No right to left on Mateo Jr.'s putt. Good putt.
Yeah, great putts there. That's a tough hole. Hole 2, par 3, 368 feet. One of the harder holes in the course. This one demands an extremely specific line. There is this telephone pole with a telephone wire right there that you hopefully don't hit. You're trying to just get to the right of it or inside, and then miss these two trees that were flying by. You can see the basket there coming up behind these branches. You're trying to throw a pushing hyzer that goes around that telephone pole that we flew by earlier, and then push and hopefully skip to the basket. If you're taking the wide line, you're trying to get it as, you know, fly a very far on a pushing hyzer. If you're taking the inside line, just get it to go straight without hitting anything.
I love the design of this hole, but I think it's just maybe a little too difficult for what they're trying to do. The two lines, the inside and the outside, are both so specific, and you have to have so much power to hit them correctly. I mean, that might be what they're going for, but I think a little bit of trimming, and this could be a really great hole.
Yeah, here's the outside line, but he's going well wide of the Manzanita, Madrona, one of those two.
I think it's a Madrona and a lot of power to get past that. A full rip out wide past that with speed is a lot of power.
Ooh, a little grip lock from Tyler here, extremely wide.
This might work out if he gets
Right into the
past
bush.
that.
That's the one bush you don't want to
Yeah.
land in.
Yeah, that's not going to leave them much option. Carter's going aggressive up the middle.
better shot than Tyler. They'll have a putt from there. Still 60, 70 feet from there. It's a really tough hole. Tough to get even close to the basket, even if you don't hit any trees.
Yeah, these are pretty common results that we're seeing out here. We see a lot of players. Ooh, and
Great
a
putt
great
from Senior.
bid. We see a lot of players out here in deep circle 2, just trying to bid the disc out at the basket. A lot of cleanup pars. This is a very difficult. Oh, what a nice bid from Mattieo Senior. Very difficult to birdie, pretty easy to par kind of hole.
Wow. Look at those steps. Just in rhythm. It's like they have grown up together for at least 16 years.
They are locked in. Let's see if the walking in unison translates into a made putt.
Yeah, you can see Carter's confidence here.
I think he's feeding off that energy with his brother.
It's walking step. Come on.
This would be a major... Oh. That would have been a nice stroke to pick up. Here we've got Tyler. And that's going to be, yeah, too far left.
Common result, par here. This is a very tough birdie, and probably not many, even in this doubles tournament.
No, like I said, great designed hole, pretty hole. I think it's going to take a little tiny bit of work to open up those lines to really give you access to the green, but overall a lot of fun. Here we've got hole 3, par 3, 343 feet. The fairway is sloping right to left most of the way until you get to the green where it levels out a little bit. You're going to want to follow the path that this drone is taking, throwing some sort of flat, slightly stable disc, fairway driver speed most likely, maybe a little bit slower for Carter. Get yourself some right to left movement on the hyzer, skip into that green. Pretty easy to park if you hit the shot right and get the height right. If you leave it low, that big bush in the middle comes into play. It's much wider at the bottom than it is at the top.
Yeah, with the Matteos one down, they had to get the birdie here to tie them to Carter and Tyler.
Yeah, this is last hole, right?
Mm-hmm. Senior taking that traditional hyzer line, like Max said, parks it. Ooh, almost even puts it in.
That's a really nice shot. Common result to be a little bit deep on this hole. You can feel confident.
Here's another line you can take is the forehand. It's much tougher than the backhand, but he even puts it in, so maybe not.
Man, he's looking pretty comfortable on those forehands. Tyler's going to try to match that. Seen some early turns from Tyler.
Does that get around the tree? It does. It's got a chance to go in. Ooh. That might be out of bounds on the right side. There is an OB line to the right, maybe 25 feet. That could be out of bounds.
Here we're going to see a smooth hyzer from Carter, some sort of fairway driver, and he's going to catch early. That's going to be pretty short for these guys.
So we'll see what they take. They take Carter's disc. Tyler went out of bounds. It looks like Tyler did go out of bounds. So
now they could have converted this to really put away everyone in the tournament. They have to make this to win. If they do not convert for birdie, they will find themselves in a 5-way tie, which the Condolucis can be a part of with their own birdie on this hole, making it a 6-way tie overall. So Tyler has to try to make this for the win. This shot right
huge.
here is for the win.
it's got a chance.
Oh, just barely long. Great bid,
Yeah.
good height, didn't miss it low. This is a tap
That's
in
all
for
you
the
want.
Condolucis. They are now part of a 6-way tie for first place to get your name on that big Washington State doubles. Great moment here between father and son. They love it.
They played great today.
Now
27
scores are
down.
live here so that they know what's going on. They know how much this means. They know that they had to tie to get into some action. And now we have a 6-team playoff. We've got the Ahrens brothers, the Condoluci father and son, Team Brian Cook, Jason Einfeld, Axel Olsen, Dallas Garber, and that is our 6-way playoff. We are now back to course hole 1. You just saw this a couple holes ago. This is our hole with a lot of right to left slope, trying to throw a hyzer here and avoid the OB on the left. We have got 6 teams, OG in the Remix, Super Smash Brothers, Aaron Bros, Minor Victory, Tumbleweeds, and Mad Mardigan in the Willow. Let's see who can get this. Here we've got Dallas Garber, young kid.
Colin Bryant, right here, teeing off. Partners with Axel Olsen. Colin is an up-and-comer from Anacortes, Washington. Just a crusher. Looks like he leaves this a little too wide. He's going to be depending on Axel here on his second shot.
Let's give Colin a shout-out for winning the PAC-X Cup this year.
The MA1 World Champion Axel Olsen, 2023. Everyone knows him.
Eagle on hole 18 of the last round.
Almost puts it in. Let's not forget Colin, Junior World Champion, I'm pretty sure.
And here we've got Dallas Garber, my mistake from earlier, another young and up-and-coming player.
Yeah, from Portland. Very good.
I think the youngest of the bunch we've seen so far.
Yeah, they're all very young.
Yeah, I think Axel is the oldest at 17. Colin about 15. Dallas, I think, around the same age. That's going to catch an early tree. Here we've got Paige Hurtado, also from down in Oregon.
Puts one up in the air. That looks like a good line. Hopefully it misses some branches. It does. Great result. That's a little too high, but that's more than you can expect for throwing it that high.
Yeah, I think he's going to want to miss that last branch. Here we've got Jason Einfeld. A lot of power. Good player from the Seattle area. This looks to be a little long, but that gives them a bid. Yeah, they're in it from there.
Not great results, great shots to begin with. Hopefully Lucas can improve on them.
Lucas
a lot of them leaving it high and wide. This looks like wide as well. You want to take it much less wide than that. Looks a little bit too far.
They're going to be taking Jason's there. All right, here we've got the father and son duo. You've been watching them throughout this round. Let's see how close they can put it. They just played this hole 2 holes ago.
This looks much better than the first shots. If this can miss any trees, that looks great.
Oh, wow. My gosh, off the cage?
Right off the cage. Could have just ended it right there.
What a walk-off that would have been.
Cheers, Junior.
Really can do whatever he wants here.
Similar shot. Very great. Ooh, a little too long, but still a great shot.
Here we've got Brian Cook representing his country with a little lefty forehand.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Brian has any hats on right now, but still a great shot.
That gets to the road. That's going to be a pretty tough putt. Here's Pfaff, Daniel Pfaff, really good player from east of the mountains.
Just catches a tree. That would have been great if it missed it.
I would think this has got to be kind of a tough distance for him. He's a power player, and he's got a really down tempo for this.
The final group, the Ahrens brothers. Tyler plays it wide. Let's see if this comes back. Probably not.
No, that's not what you're looking for. A lot of pressure on Carter here.
Yep, Carter's got a chance. Trying to feel the wind. Looked like maybe Tyler had a headwind, so we're trying to see what happens here.
See Axel and his dad and Dallas and Colin back there.
Yeah, Colin's in the zone.
Colin's dad's back there.
Great shot looking from Carter here. If this misses every tree, it's going to be great.
Oh, that might have been the prettiest looking line out of their hand, but you just can't tell from this angle where those trees are going to be.
It looks like Colin and Axel are the furthest.
Axel seems to be in good spirits. I was going to say it. Maybe I can see why. That was looking like a good putt.
Yeah, looks like they have a tough putt to come here. Tree right in the way.
Can he translate the good vibes into a made putt to stay alive in the 6-team playoff? He's lining it up. High.
Oh, that's a bummer.
He did not miss it low.
Yeah, they had to make that. They got to assume someone's going to get the birdie, so for this playoff.
Yeah, that rolls OB. Just add insult to injury.
As someone comments, that is out of bounds. So Tyler's putting here. It looks like he doesn't get that one.
Tyler, really late on that. That tree really shouldn't have been in play on his putt there.
Tough putt there.
Let's see if Carter can kind of lift it up.
Yeah.
A lot of people watching at this point.
Yeah, a couple cameras coming out.
A lot of action in the background. A lot of teams in play. Money on the line. And most importantly, a lot of bragging rights. There's a big trophy associated with this tournament.
Which is one of the biggest tournaments in Washington.
Oh,
Bummer, the
long.
Ahrens brothers missed.
If anybody gets a birdie, every
Jack
player
Rabbit.
here left for par is out. Here we got Dallas.
Yeah, it looks like their edge of circle maybe a 27, 28, 30 footer.
I gotta say, I think Dallas has coolest shirt in the playoff.
Yeah, good shirt.
All right, can he get this? Maybe just outside? Is he gonna try and step it?
Maybe it's out of the circle. We'll see. Yeah.
He jumps. Oh, plenty of desire, just high right. Here we got Page. Good putter, good pace on his putt.
Good flip. Putter flip to his putting hand.
Definitely a momentum putter. Let's see if the layoff will affect him at all.
Not many putts made so far. This is an easy hole. I'm surprised.
This is a lot of pars that we're seeing. And remember that Mattieo Sr. hit the cage and is parked for birdie.
Parked. You can see his disc right
Someone has to birdie to push this longer. We've got Brian Cook. Just a little bit too short on the pace. Here's Daniel Pfaff. Gonna stretch out the other way. This is a very tall player in the range of 6'4", 6'5". He's got a lot of reach here.
Tough putt going downhill from where he was. Even with the kneel down, the basket was higher. Here's Lucas.
This is the last player to putt, I believe.
Yeah, outside of the Condoluci brothers.
That
Lucas
is
knew he
huge.
was in.
He loves it.
Just fist pumped. Tiger Woods style.
Trying to keep it cool, but let it show.
Big disc slap.
Let it show, big dog. That's
Huge
a great
pump.
putt.
No emotion on his face, but he knows that's in.
And Mateo Jr. making sure to mark it to make it official. He says, let's go on to the
even
next
a double,
hole.
still marking it. That's great to see. At least 2 teams pushed. Yeah, it's less than we would expect on hole 1, but we got 2 teams left. We have OG in the remix versus
Super Smash Brothers. And, this is really that tricky hole we were just talking about. I don't know what you do here. I don't know if you try to push the inside to try to do what you can to get a birdie, but risk.
Yeah, I think everyone's just playing to a 50, 60-foot putt, and then hopefully you make your low chance, but you're just trying to make your putt from far away.
I think you
All of these guys have a lot of power.
Secure 3 and live to fight another day on the birdie holes, right?
Each of these guys have the power to get there, but really it's just, you got multiple trees to miss, and then, how do you push a hyzer far enough to get there?
This is a really nice shot. Skips down the hill, past all the nonsense. Deep, it's still going to be about 60 feet, but that little bit of downhill makes it play a touch shorter.
He's trying to take the inside line. Looks like he went outside of the trees. Great result for, great shot for how low he threw it.
I can't believe that traveled that far.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, that's 400 feet of distance, maybe 2 feet off the ground the whole way.
Yeah.
Lucas also has big power.
Huge power.
He is
One
putting this
branch, but
around.
still in a great spot.
That last branch is going to really take a lot off. Jason, also a power player.
Yeah, they all throw very far.
Catches a similar branch, but makes it through the tree. I imagine they'll take Jason's.
They're all at about 60 feet.
This is big. This is the tournament here. If you can drift one in from out in the field, nice little circle 2 throw in.
We have Melnick from Flexline Discs in the background filming there.
Yep. Putting in the work. Getting some Instagram footage. Mateo
A
Sr.
little too much want on that one.
Yeah, too much pace. Didn't let the disc hyzer back into the basket. Let's see if Junior can correct. Oh, same thing. It's so tough to get the pace just right from this distance.
Lucas from about 60 feet. Oh, good line. Just missed it.
His putt is so clean. No wobble.
Same with Jason. Good height.
Yeah, the height I really like. The commitment from everybody was good, but a lot of just kind of blasting past it. Jason cleans up.
Tough to expect anything more than a par here.
Junior cleans up as well. We're going to move on to a hole where it's more of just throw the good shot, see if anybody makes a mistake.
Yeah, you got the left line and the right line here. Hole 3, par 3, 343. Like Max said earlier, you got this hyzer line on the right. You also got the maybe a flat hyzer at the end with the forehand on the left of this tree. You're just trying to miss this tree, and with any shot you got, pretty straightforward. You do have this OB line on the right. Pretty close to the basket, maybe 25 feet to the right of the basket, but other than that, pretty straightforward hole.
The forehand line is kind of interesting to me because of the slope of the hill. I hadn't really thought about it, so I saw Mattieo Jr. throw it. Everyone seems to like Jason's shot.
Yeah, great shot.
Yeah, that's a little shorter than you want, maybe 15 to 18 feet, but still a really nice placement. Lucas trying to get a little flatter at the top of the shot.
Ooh.
Oh.
Great shot from Lucas, going for the ace run.
Yeah, really nice line. Probably a little deeper result, but good effort. Mateo Sr., a little flatter. Can it miss the central tree?
Great shot from Mateo.
Yeah, that's well inside the circle. Here we're going to see that forehand. Can it skip up the hill and get to a nice park position? That is going to catch a lot of action in the middle. Oh, everybody's parked.
Yeah, pretty straightforward hole. They're all parked. Looks like they're going to push the hole forward.
Yeah, I mean, if this is the further shot, I imagine we're going to see ourselves a little bit more golf. You know these guys want to end this playoff, too. I mean, this has got to be... How much golf? In 2 days now?
1 day.
Oh, yeah, that's right. This was all 1 day.
Yeah, it's probably 3, 4 o'clock.
36 plus 3. They're about to play their 40th hole of disc golf today.
Yeah.
They are ready to take this down.
Yeah, hole 4, par 3. This was the first hole that they started on today, or the second round today. You're just trying to throw a straight shot that bends a little bit to the right at the end. You can see the basket just in the nook of these 3 trees. Pretty straightforward hole. Just throw something that starts straight and then ends to the right a little bit.
I like this hole. I went flippy eagle, started out left and let it drift. I think you can go mid-range pretty comfortably if you have the power for it. The forehand is available. The green is just tricky enough to keep it interesting. I really like this hole. Here we got Mateo Sr. calling for it to hold. He is loving that. That is base.
Parked.
That is so much pressure on every other player except for his son. His son has no pressure at all. He can throw anything he wants. He could drop it off the end of the tee, and it wouldn't matter. All the pressure has shifted to the other team. It's a low burner.
He has a chance.
Go in.
Oh,
That is very
great shot
close.
from Junior.
Maybe a couple of feet short, but the sauce is crazy. I like this attitude from Lucas here. He is loose. He is cheering on his competitors. He knows that it does not matter what happened on the shot before him. He just has to throw a good shot here.
Good release from Lucas here. Looks like it's turning a little bit too much. Still a great shot. Let's put him at maybe 43 feet, maybe 43 feet and a half, right side of the basket. Hopefully Jason can improve on that.
I like Jason going to the forehand here. Jason, a very confident forehand player. This looks to be too inside,
Didn't look like he
though.
committed on that. He kind of stood up on that forehand.
I think you're exactly right, Trevor. I think if he just keeps his weight low and drives that out to the left side, he gives them a better chance. So this is a lot of pressure on this putt. Like Trevor was saying, 43 and a half feet. Off the band from 43 and a half. And look at the Condolucis. They are parked. This is a state championship on the line for Lucas with this putt. I couldn't tell from his body language. I thought maybe he made it.
Yeah, the swag walk ahead by the Condolucis here, about to make the tap in for the championship.
Look at the stride, matching sweatpants, father and son. Let's get the embrace. They love it. What a moment.
2023 Washington State Champ NPO Doubles Championship, the Condoluci Senior and Junior.
OG
What a moment.
and the remix. They love it. Wow. What a tournament by them to come back, battle from behind the Ahrens brothers, get their way into that 6-way tie, persevere through 4 holes. What a tournament by them. Lucas and Jason, I'm sorry, also a great tournament. Fought well to the end, came up just short with that putt off the band on the last hole.
Yeah, what a way to end the tournament. 6-way tie, down to a 2-way playoff. The Condoluci family with the win. Great to watch. What a great tournament.
Yeah, a lot of fun here. Trevor, great doing this commentary with you. Make sure you guys are checking out Fairway Media on all of the channels. Check out the YouTube. Make sure that you're subscribing and liking. Check out that store. Make sure you're going there and buying some cool swag. He's got all sorts of goodies. Message him. I bet he's got even cooler stuff for you. And yeah, this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely great doing commentary with you, Max. Check out Flexline Discs. Please smash and hit the like button on the subscribe button. Both of them. Fairway Media. Check it out.
FairwayMedia.golf.
Fairwaymedia. Subscribe.
I'm gonna cut that last part.
I think I did.
We got way.
I'll probably leave it.
Our